welcome back to Otoshi Monologues. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is not one of our normal monologues, but instead, it's another chip taste test. Japan's got a lot of crazy chip flavors, so I gathered up a second army of chips, all from Calbee, and we gonna taste them today. So here's today's lineup, and we have 6 flavors today instead of 5 because budget increase. First up on today's list, we got this smoked mozzarella and cheddar flavor. Look at that cheese pull. In Japanese, it's called kunse kaoru mozzarella to cheddaru no fumi. Is this what baked mozzarella looks like? I don't know, but I like cheese. I like cheese. My favorite's Gouda. Favorite cheese is actually brie. Love brie. Smell. Whoa. Okay. Well, here's what the inside looks like. You get a pretty strong smoked punch. You get the smell of the Easy Mac powder, the mac and cheese powder. I believe that comes from the cheddar, but then there's the smoke smell. I don't think I like that smell, but let us examine this chip. It's got dots on it. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's browning or if it's like cheese spots, but itadakimasu. It tastes like the sour cream and cheddar ruffles, which are really good. But considering this says it's supposed to be smoked mozzarella, I don't know where it's coming from. It don't taste like smoked mozzarella. Very nice bumpy chip. Ridgy chip. It doesn't have the cheese powder on your fingers. No like deathly colored cheese dust. Definitely not bad, but if you're coming to Japan to find a flavor that you can't find in America, don't go for this one. This one is a nice taste of home. I think a lot of chips in Japan tend to be sweet. This one definitely not sweet. So if you're looking for a nice savory chip, this one. Next, continuing with the cheese trend, this is a special pizza potato. I don't know what that means in terms of the chip itself, but it means they're trying to go for pizza. It's called rich cheese flavor. In Japanese, it says Koku ko chizu aji. As you can maybe see, it's 4 cheese. The 4 cheeses are not the typical cheeses that I see in 4 cheese. It includes 2 cheeses I don't know, Emmental and Camembert. 1 cheese that I really don't like, blue cheese, and then the good old cheddar. So, can't be horrible. So, okay. Smell test. This one smells even more like the powdered cheese packets in mac and cheese. In the Kraft Easy Mac and cheese, you open that packet and you just... Same smell. Funky thing about these chips, they got spots of cheese on it. Looks like cheddar. Itadakimasu. That one also tastes like a pretty typical cheese chip. Somewhere in that aftertaste, it starts to get sweet. It's the type of sweetness that you would find in bulgogi kind of sweet, where it's just like that savory sweet combination at the end. I thought it was pretty good. Considering that there are 4 cheeses in here, it's less cheesy than the other one. Good for me. Can't taste the blue cheese. And the cheddar flavor in this one is a little more subtle. I don't know what these other 2 cheeses are supposed to taste like. Maybe I'm tasting that, but it just tastes more mild to me. I do have to give this chip extra props though, because they have little cheese sprinklies on the chip, which I guess if it's trying to emulate a pizza, that's cool. But other than that, I don't know what makes this a pizza potato chip. Still good chip. I would eat this. Next up for today, we have this one. It's still a potato chip, but it's this a reformed potato chip in this lattice fence pattern. It says Sapporo potato, but it's barbecue flavor. The big bold is koime, which in Google Translate just translated to dark. So I don't know if that's supposed to mean rich flavor or anything. And then is roasted garlic flavor. So roasted garlic barbecue flavor. I'm excited. And smell test. Whoa, It smells like a beef cup noodle. Like the powder. Or I guess any ramen powder. Like Sapporo Ichiban beef ramen powder. I'm ready. Love garlic. They're so small. Itadakimasu. Yes. Oh. Wow. Okay. While you're chewing it, if you think about it, you could convince yourself that you're eating barbecue and like you're just chewing on a nice piece of like garlic steak. I like this chip, but I don't think I like it more than a potato chip. The texture of this chip is like it's funky, you know? Like, I'm actually not even sure if it's potato anymore. It doesn't give the same satisfying crunch as a potato chip does, but the flavor is very good. Roasted garlic does it again. Next up we got this one. These letters here told me that it was a hardened fried potato, or like a hard fried potato, which I can only assume to mean it's like gonna be kettle cooked. These letters right here translated to like discerning taste. I cannot discern what that means, but maybe that means it's supposed to be like it's easy to determine what the flavor is. Flavor itself is golden dashi, aka kogane dashi. Dashi is a Japanese broth that's made from konbu and bonito flakes, so seaweed and dried fish flakes. Dashi is used as the base to a lot of Japanese dishes. I think you can make miso soup, sukiyaki, oyakodon. Yeah, oh well. Let us open sesame! Smell. It smells like a shrimp chip. In the realm of seafood, which is good. By the look of these chips, it looks kettle cooked to me. I think we were right. Itadakimasu. Definitely a lot crunchier than the other ones. Explains the hard fry part of it. The flavor itself is pretty subtle, but dashi is also pretty subtle-ish. It tastes slightly of bonito flakes, which is good because that's what's in dashi. Overall though, it's a pretty mild flavor. It's not like the taste of the sea, it's just like fish. It's also a little sweet. It's one of the things where you tell me it's dashi, I can taste it. By itself, I don't know, tastes like a Japanese chip. If anything, it just tastes like Japanese dishes because dashi is used in so many things. So, overall, must be pretty accurate. Next up we have another kettle cooked one. This one is Yuzu Pepper or Yuzu Kosho. As you can probably see from the packaging, it's not black pepper, it's some green pepper. I don't know if that still means it's gonna be a little spicy, but look-see. Ooh. Smelling. Holy jeez. Oh. Oh, you definitely smell the yuzu. Yuzu, if you don't know, is a citrus. It's just like a type of citrus, like a lemon or lime, but like Asian. There's a very strong, like that undertones of like citrus peel. Not acidic, but like the essence, the oils, you know, like the yuzu scent. You get hit with like a vegetal scent, maybe like a bell pepper kind of scent, like a green bell pepper. I don't really like green bell peppers because they're really bitter to me. Like they're very like concentrated, like vitamin, vegetable, plant, healthy. And I get that smell from it. You're running through a field, you trip and fall on your face into the grass, and then you smell it. That's what it seems like to me. Appetizing. Itadakimasu. Not spicy at all. I can't pinpoint a flavor of green pepper, but the yuzu hits you in two stages. Yuzu zest and then yuzu juice. So like while you're chewing it at first, it fills your mouth with like the essence of citrus, and then like all of a sudden it starts to get like a little bit sour, like as if they like drop some juice into your mouth. Maybe that's your saliva. Maybe your saliva activates it. I don't know. If there is any other flavor in there, then it is that little bit like vegetable-y kind of flavor. Pretty wild experience. I don't know if I necessarily like it. Oh. Like, this is a very unique flavor combination to me. It's like I could eat a couple, but like, could I sit down and eat this whole bag at once? Probably not. Yuzu, peppers, wild. On to the last one. Finally, we got this one. Goku no Mentai Mayo Aji. These big letters, as it says in English, is Goku no, and that is supposed to be extremely dense. I'm assuming it means like extremely rich, or like a lot of flavor. Mentai, I believe, is short for like mentaiko. On Google, it said Polak roe. I thought it was cod roe. Maybe a Polak is a cod. I don't know. If I look it up, I'll tell you. And then mayo, like regular mayo, but like Japanese Kewpie mayo. First experience with cod roe. Didn't really like it. I like mayo though. Get it. This is the first chip that's had a distinguishable color on it. Slight like orange hue. It smells strongly of Kewpie mayo. I don't know what mentaiko smells like, but it smells pretty good to me. Itadakimasu. This chip is oddly sweet. There's a slight spice to it, maybe like the same effect that maybe like paprika gives you. The closest flavor I can associate it with is American barbecue flavor, but like not even that close to that. This tastes pretty similar to the unagi one. In the first set of chips that I tasted, I don't know what this is supposed to taste like, but I like whatever flavor is happening in this. I like this one a lot. I can't tell you if the flavor matches what it's supposed to be. I appreciate in the packaging that they put their mentai mayo on top of a baked potato because, you know, like, potato chip. If anyone knows if they actually do this in Japan, like put this topping on baked potatoes, let me know. I like these ones. Solid. Let's throw you to the ending. Now that I've tried all 6 chips, here is my ranking of them. 6th place, I'm sorry, these Dashi chips. The flavor's accurate, but it's a pretty mild flavor. It doesn't do much for me. I like kettle chips, but you know, if I'm trying to eat a lot, it hurts the roof of your mouth. So, you know, I'm sorry. 5th place I'm giving to the smoked mozzarella and cheddar. Not because it's bad in any way, but just because it tastes too similar to things that you can get back in America. If you're just looking for like a taste of home, I think this gets you pretty close to like a cheddar chip in America. 4th place, I'm giving it to the yuzu green pepper. This was the most surprising, and I still don't exactly know what's happening. It's a crazy taste experience, but I don't know if I like yuzu and potatoes together. A cool experience, but flavor profile-wise, not my favorite. 3rd place is the garlic one. The flavor on this one, I think, is my favorite. I don't know what it is. Garlic is so good. But the type of chip that this is brings it like way down. These chips are a little drier, like less oily, and it's like, if I'm gonna eat a chip, I want all the fat. 2nd place, I'm actually giving it to the pizza potato. I was a little confused about what it tastes like, but for my personal preference, I really like cheese chips. Sour cream and cheddar is like my favorite chip flavor, like regularly across the board of like chips. The cheese flavor is there. It's got that slight sweetness. I like that slight sweetness. It's got cheese on the chips. I have to give it extra points for that. I've never seen these 4 cheeses come together for 4 cheese. 2nd place, congratulations. And that means that my 1st place chip is the mentaiko mayo. This one really is just personal preference of that sweet savory combination. I know there's a good chunk of people out there that don't like sweet and savory together, but as a big fan of sweet and savory, this one was wild to me. Something about that original like Lay's cut potato chip really does it. Congratulations to the extremely dense mentaiko mayo. And that brings me to an end of this taste test. Calbee continues to surprise me with their flavors. And no worries, I will eat all these chips in the coming weeks. That brings me to an end of this taste test exclusive edition of Otoshi Monologues. If anything, I hope it gives you more insight into what Japanese flavored chips are like, and gets you excited to try new flavors of chips if you happen to come across them in your home country. I hope you enjoyed watching me eat. Hope it was somewhat entertaining. It was very entertaining for me to do. And I'll talk to y'all next time I do something interesting. Mata next time. Explains the